Hey budget family, welcome back to Crafty Nurse Q, where I am faithfully planning my days and budgeting with grace. If you're new here, my name is Cubatis. I'm a mother of 5, a wife, and I'm your sister on the journey to debt freedom. Today's video is part of my weekly expense tracking, but I noticed something. Grocery spending is sneaking up again. And if you're anything like me, that grocery line item can be a budget buster. So we're going to go ahead and get into how I am going to pivot and what I'm going to be doing different. Okay, thank you guys so much for staying here with me. And my name is Cubatis. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like cash budgeting videos, planning videos. That's what I am doing, and I'm on my quest to debt freedom. And I'm going to go ahead and start today by looking at my expenses. Okay, so here are my expenses. Only thing I didn't do, I've written them out, but I did not highlight it. I usually highlight it in yellow. That's a permanent marker. I'm going to go ahead and highlight my food in yellow just so you all can see what I did. Wasn't so bad. You know, I'm doing coffee and household as part of my grocery budget because I'm trying to change those out. Now back here, there's really no point in me highlighting because everything is part of the food home. Now here, like that's where it becomes important to budget everything, because like this is hair stuff and that's like $100, but it just came out of this budget because it's household. Like where else would I take it out of? Bills? But I'm just taking it out of here again today. And so I ended up coming up with this figure. I came up with $315.32. That's how much I spent on in these areas of my life. So once again, like I say, the groceries are the problem area. I know I overspent here last week too. I don't know if you guys can relate. Let me know how you're doing with your grocery budgets right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write this on the line item for my expenses. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I am going to be doing my meal plan. So this meal planning, because something has to change. So what I'm going to do is, this one says shop your pantry items. This is, we'll be shopping our pantry items first, right? Let's shop our pantry first. And I'm going to, and then after that, I'm going to go through and do some meals based on what I have in my pantry and just, you know, getting maybe a few items from the grocery store. Okay, so we are just going to go in. I do have a deep freezer, and I am just going to show you the things I have been purchasing. I've purchased this stuff at like Fresh for Less, and these are like some frozen pork chops. You can see they're frozen hard. You can't thaw those at the last minute. Those are some hot dogs. My daughter loves those. That's some chicken. That was chicken thighs and legs, and then I have some very frozen chicken leg quarters. All right, and so now I'm back over at the pantry, just going through this stuff. Sorry, my fingernails in the way here. So I have a lot of stuff. This is where I keep all of like my grains. It needs to be organized. I need to do like a video showing y'all where it's freshly organized again, but I keep my cereals and stuff at the top. And just going through this, I'm just trying to see exactly what I have. Like the drink mix, I have a lot of pasta. That granola is going to be good for like making Greek yogurt parfaits or smoothies, some sort of cereal. And I'm looking like the sour cream. We just like the milk is almost full. A lot of fresh fruits. Got that stuff from Publix. Like when it's BOGO, like that's whatever is BOGO is what I buy. And you know, we have like some margarine. That's some eggplant right there that's been cut up. We have some chicken in here, chicken breast that we did like meal prep that already, you know. And then our vegetables are over here. Sorry, it is not organized in here. And let me see what else we have. Oh, here are some tomatoes. And now in the deep freezer, I do have some rice cauliflower. These are bananas. Before our bananas go bad, we freeze them. The broccoli, the frozen stuff, you know, the frozen fruit and vegetables. And then over on the other side, we have the canned items. So we got like, greens, beans, fruit over here. Okay, now that we know what we have in our pantry, I'm going to show you how I do my pantry first meal plan. And this helps reduce waste, it saves me money, and honestly, it stretches our creativity. And here's what I found. You saw from the shopping, I've got enough to do some tacos, like a pasta dish, um, even a soup, some chicken, pork chops, and I have canned veggies. They're great for the sides. And we have a lot of frozen ones too. So I've got fresh and frozen fruit that we're going to be using for smoothies and oatmeal toppings. And I'm just writing down literally everything that I saw, especially like my meats here on this section that says shop your pantry items and list what you already have. So I'm writing down the chicken breast, chicken leg quarters, pork chops, turkey necks, lima beans, canned green beans, rice, nacho chips, sour cream, potatoes, broccoli, canned veggie soup, and basmati rice. Those are the things. And we had like rice cauliflower. So that's all gonna go here in this section. And once I've completed it there, I am going to actually write out in the days what I will be planning for my meals. Okay, now that I've written the majority of what I found already in my pantry, this is how I am planning to do the meals for the week. And I am going to start here Monday with the chicken. I'm going to do some chicken stir fry. And here I had lost some of the footage, so it's just picking back up on like me having already written out some of the parts of the meal. Okay, so for me, I used to just only plan out my dinner, but since we have it's summer and I'm a caregiver to my husband, and we have a lot scheduled, like with his rehab, and then we go out of town a lot of times. So, and there's only like some foods he can eat, like, and it helps him also with his rehab and using his hands and everything. So I decided to also do the breakfast, lunch, and the dinners. So I like I say, I just start off usually like the basic thing. You can start off with dinner. Breakfast is pretty much just a rotation. It's like cereal, oatmeal, pancakes, and eggs. Oh my gosh, that's my husband's favorite thing. Um, but it's just like he likes to eat something with a fork so that he can gain the use of his like his hand movements and everything. And then like like with breakfast, just do something basic: pancakes, eggs, fruit. Just get the staples: cereal, oatmeal. Some fruit to go along with everything. Or you can do like how you saw that yogurt that I have. You can do that yogurt. Some granola and fresh or frozen fruit to go along with it. And remember the key to fruit, like it's go like I used to live up north and it was Kroger, and that's where I would get my buy one get one free everything. But that's gonna be your best bet is to go places like that to get like your breakfast stock up items. And the lunch, you can do sandwiches, pastas, veggies. Those are some of the things that we're doing here: is pasta, veggies, sandwiches, soups, and salads. Or you can do leftovers when it comes into lunch. But primarily, for dinner, that's the biggest meal. The better things, the chicken, meal prep it. That's what we did with like some of the breasts that we had. Like we had a bunch of chicken breasts. We do go to like Aldi, and we cut up the chicken breast, and we put it into those baggies. I know you saw that one baggie that I had down there. And then for like tacos, you can do like for dinner we can even use chicken actually and do like fajitas, because we're planning to do like the taco Tuesday kind of. And then like so some of this stuff is probably going to be some stuff left over. Stir fries, anytime you're getting into that chicken, those are some of the ideas that you can do with that, like chicken stir fry, vegetables, rice. And then always have you can always bake your chicken. Us, we like some southern things like turkey necks. We're gonna do that, with our cornbread and rice and greens, and just get some of the canned stuff. You don't have to do everything fresh all of the time. And then like some of the other stuff that I have like for breakfast, it's like corned beef hash. That's something that my husband likes as well as the kids. And then when I'm talking pasta for lunch, mostly that's gonna be like my daughter likes like those noodles, but we do have a lot of pasta, and that's like the BOGO stuff too. Make sure you're getting that stuff at Publix. Yeah, just wait for the sale. When you see the sale, that's when you get it. And if you can combine it with the coupon, then you really doing something big for that week, or for and just stock up on it. All right, and that is okay now. So from this list, I came up. What do I need to purchase? I need to purchase ground turkey. I do need to get some grits, but we have enough. So I'm basically going through here and seeing what's not here, and I do need to get some pancake mix. We couldn't make it, but it's like I'm gonna go to Aldi's and get the pancake mix. We have trying to see for everything. Looks like we have everything. Make sure we do need more eggs. We have milk. We have cereal. Grits. Okay, so we're gonna be buying the pizza from wherever. Like some fresh fruit, like I say, whatever's on sale, whatever is on sale. Of course, bananas, because that's never BOGO. Everything else I have on this list now is gonna be about me sticking to it. Oh, get some pasta sauce, more pasta sauce, and I have everything else. So, all right. So those are the items that I see that we're gonna need for so then that's how easy it is, well, that's how you just do your meal plan. First, shop what you need. Just for first look and see what you already have, and then go see, think of some ideas for what you would want to eat, and then just put on here what you would need. And then from there, you can go and get your circular ads and match up everything and see what's where cheap. Because like when I'm dealing like pasta and stuff like that, I'm looking at Publix, because like BOGO beats low price any day, right? Like buy one get one free beats it any day. All right, so that's our meal plan. So we got for Sunday, we got turkey necks, rice, green beans, cornbread. Tuesday, tacos, and I need to get the ground turkey, but I have the pantry staples. Monday, we're doing chicken stir fry with the freezer. The chicken is in the freezer. Well, it was thawing, and then rice and broccoli. Wednesday, we're doing pasta night or leftovers, and pork chops on Thursday, potatoes, cornbread, lima beans. Friday, we're doing baked chicken, potatoes, broccoli. Saturday, we'll be doing pizza and some leftover chicken. My husband is lactose intolerant, so won't be doing that. He already got enough, he's already in rehab and everything, and we're, helping him with his exercises and still going to appointments. So, and then, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So, that's what we're gonna, just every weekly, just make sure if you're doing these things, we're tracking our spending first, and then we're gonna shop our pantry, and then fill in, get just what we need. And it's not about being perfect with this. It's about progress and stewardship. We're just trying to make sure that we're 1% better than we were last week. And I was thinking about like I want to start incorporating more, like, because I am a Christian, so like I was thinking about like that Proverbs 27 and 23. It reminds us to be diligent, to know the state of thy flocks, and look well into thy herds. For us today, that's like knowing what's in our pantry and knowing how we're spending our resources. So I mean that's just somewhere, and that's something, and I did write it down here. And this is going to be available on my shop. Now my Etsy shop is called She Faithfully Plans by Nurse Q, but that will be over there. And if this encouraged you at all, and I also have these savings trackers, because I was thinking, I know when I was doing my mini savings challenge, I was trying to come up with some extra ones. Like this is going to be it. I'm going to make sure that I'm adding that. And then it's in both sizes. And I also have it in, the basic in the basic black and white. Where's the black and white? I do have it in the minimalist black and white as well. And that is this one. All right, and so these will be linked below. I do think for a short time, especially for, I'm going to go ahead and put this as a giveaway, the meal planner. And that way, and then I'm going to have these for a short time as a digital download as well for free. Definitely. So just look at the links that I have linked below. And if this encouraged you at all, let me know in the comments. And how are you cutting back on your grocery spending? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a sister on a budgeting journey. And until next time, plan faithfully, spend wisely, and grow in grace. Bye, guys.